absolute bat chaos, and they're just like, arrest me, I dare you. And then they get arrested and be like, I didn't know it was wrong. I didn't mean to cause chaos. This is a travesty against my rights. Let me go. I demand my freedom. I'm a patriot. We've seen that in a number of these videos. Yeah, she literally did know, and it was
God damn it, I need to go and get my bound journal.
Harm to someone, all because her wants weren't immediately met, as if you couldn't just, you know, blow on the
these
soup for
books
a few seconds
back.
and call it a day. I'm just saying.
Now the soup was not as hot as it was when it was fresh, but it was still pretty warm. But if anything, the spices from our soup definitely affected me more than anything. It really felt like I had just been pepper sprayed. My eyes were burning, my nose was bleeding. At first I thought the nosebleed was from my nose ring, but then I got a second nosebleed later on that night, and it was in both of my nostrils.
Now, the good thing is, in the end, the manager was physically okay, eventually, as we see. But by the time that the woman threw the soup at her, the temperature had, you know, in fact, cooled to a point where it wasn't going to give the manager any burns, so that's great. And also goes to show you that, again, she could have just waited to eat the soup. But once again, I don't know. What am I saying? What do I know? Now, there aren't really any laws regarding the temperature food can be served at beyond health and safety food laws that state what temperature the food must be above to avoid like foodborne illnesses from undercooked foods, but that doesn't mean a person or corporation can't be sued for the injuries that their food
The soup lady, or are you talking about Swoop? Soup's awesome. I love Swoop. Highly recommend going and watching like all of her content.
McDonald's for the third
all good.
McDonald's coffee caused her after spilling onto her lap. We actually like looked into that, and it's a pretty like pretty famous story, but as
I just wanted to see the damage of that my hood was at.
Harm. The type of soup is called menudo. It's a spicy Mexican soup full of like peppers and limes and garlics and chilies, and it sounds so delicious right now. You know, I'm honestly surprised that this woman chose menudo soup. She seems like someone who would want something a little more
bland,
pressing, like split pea or hot and sour soup. Very sad soup. But it's filled with ingredients that the Olympic soup thrower probably doesn't have in her own pantry for cooking, but also all ingredients that would like essentially irritate and burn your eyes, your nose, your sinuses, all of that if someone was, I don't know, an asswipe and threw it in a restaurant manager's face. Think of it like pepper spray, I guess. Like it's just like big crime to throw this in some
hot and sour soup does sound good.
Like the
don't get me wrong.
force of someone throwing hot soup into your face from a mere like few feet away makes this kind of like even worse, right? Like it's not like when a splash of something you're cooking.
That's what's blowing my mind.
Which, by the way, still hurts like a bitch.
Oh,
like,
okay.
This human